Hello, there's a quick guide to the PsiOps Cosmodrome Grandmaster Nightfall. Grandmaster Nightfall has anti-barrier unstoppable champions, also it's void threat, so make sure you got your void resist mods on. It is solar and stasis surge this week, so we're using a lot of solar weapons as our heavy weapons to make the most of the extra damage. We have two Well of Radiance Warlocks with Phoenix Protocol. They're both running Polaris Lance, which with the artifact perks, it gives you both anti-barrier and unstoppable capabilities with the explosion for unstoppable and radiant for anti-barrier. Also with the class ability setup, there'll be a lot of explosions when they get kills in the wells. You can see the full subclass info in the description, and the link in the description will have info on how that works. And I'm using an Invis Hunter with a Solar Heavy and Wish Ender. Reason Invis Hunter is I'm worried about the Savathun part where you have to throw the spears at her, especially when you've got two spawns in the boss room. So we're going to show a spot where you can stand that should hopefully be safe, but Invis Hunter will make that a lot easier so you can grab the spears without being blasted by the other one. As we start here, there's going to be two anti-barrier servitors. One drops down in the back, one in the front. You can see their Polaris Lances are already ripping them to shreds. The enemies here don't infinitely spawn, they're on a certain number of pattern. As you push the payload forward, we're going to get some more enemies. But these are the only two champions until the brig. Once they're dead, we can start going forward. You need to be careful of the vandals that spawn later as well. Some of them have snipers and can do a lot of damage to you, so careful of that. For the most part, this GM though is kind of sit back and kill the ads. There's a lot of ad clear. The most dangerous part is going to be the boss room with the Savathuns. It's going to be the scariest part. Even the other part of the boss fight isn't too bad because we'll show a safe spot you can stand to deal with most of the encounter. It's just when you have to push forward and grab the spears is going to be the most dangerous part. So there's the snipers up there on our right. The team took care of those. The reason I have a glaive is they can sometimes be handy, especially against the Savathuns. You can block. It's like 97.5% of damage with a glaive. So against the Savathuns I might use it. It's just there as a safety more than anything. As we push it forward, we're getting more enemies. Alright, as we get here, this is where the brig's going to spawn. You want to be careful of the brig. It can do a lot of damage when it's broken. You kind of want to melt it if you can. This is where it's going to break at half health. It's going to be important for us to try and kill it before it starts blasting us. Go. Now, anti-barrier is going to spawn once it's dead in the back there. You can take this slowly, we don't need to push the payload, we can kill the ads and then push. It's not really that much of a rush. Gonna get some exploding shanks now. And we're not gonna get any more champions until we get the end of the payload. We have snipers there. Spawn behind us. We're going to have enemies on the roof as well. I could have stayed on the payload and just gone invis and pushed it to the end, but then we're still going to have a lot of enemies to deal with, so I find it safer just to slowly push your way through. Now when we get the payload to the end, we're going to get 2 unstoppable ogres spawn. Another situation where, like, staying back on that roof there where boss is probably going to be the safest option. So we're going to have our warlock set up there. I'm just going to keep pushing this forward. There we go. So here come the unstoppable ogres from the ships. Got wizards behind us as well. Once they're dead, should be fine to just look forward for the most part, or they might keep respawning. It looks like they keep spawning if we're up here, so we might have to get down. We don't have to deal with them. We can just stay down here. Alright. It's the Shriekers and Unstops as well. I find the Shriekers to be the most dangerous when they open up over the ogres. The ogres you can stun, so make sure you're taking out those Shriekers. Alright, with the Shriekers dead, we're going to get a Lucent Wizard at the back. We're also going to get an Unstoppable Ogre and another Anti-Barrier Knight. There's the anti-barrier up there. The wizard will be up there as well. And there's another anti-barrier that comes from the ship. There's Invis Hunter. I'm going to go forward, get the finisher. With the rest of them dead, that should be it. Now when we get inside, the small room is going to have a lot of champions. I find the best way to deal with that is to not even go into the room fully. Sit at the doorway. Use your well warlocks. Let the ads kind of come to you in the door. Because you're going to very easily get overwhelmed by enemies in there just with how many there are. Grand Titans might work really well. But you'll eventually run out of your melee abilities if you're not careful. But at the start we're going to get, in total there's 4 unstoppable ogres and 3 anti-barrier knights. So I'm going to get 2 unstoppable at the start after a few ads. There's the first unstop on our right, and there'll be another one back left there. There's a big wizard as well, but it's not a champion. There are no wizard champions. The big major. It's going to be a few of those, with all the champion spawns as well. When we get the next 2 unstoppable ogres, there'll be another wizard. Don't want to go too far in though, because we're going to get some more spawns soon. See them stop there, another one in the back. Go. Get this unstopped. Alright, after the 4 unstoppable ogres, we're going to get some more adds and 3 anti-barrier knights with another wizard. Going to be more focused on the back with all the spawns. The wizard there. Here are the anti-barriers. Another unstoppable as well. As you can see, it gets quite hectic in that room. Much safer if you can just stay out the doorway here. So that's all of them. Oh, one more knight was hiding. It did seem slightly different than the master playthrough though. There's one extra unstoppable at the end instead of an anti-barrier, which is odd. But it's different. But either way, playing from that corner. In the room, outside the door. Place wizard with unstop, yeah. Now this part here, it's a joining allies. If you go to the back on the right, there's a room there, but you can't go stand in there. So best spot is right here, using this as cover. There's no champions, so you can just push the boss as fast as you can. Might as well use supers as well, because you're going to get them back anyway when you start the next encounter. Alright, start of the boss room. You want to stay on this platform here where you land. This is where you can kill all the enemies and damage the boss from. You just can't stay here the whole time. When Savathun spawns, the Savathuns can shoot their arc at you. You do have to be very careful of that. Now, the enemy spawns aren't infinite. There's just quite a few of them. It's as you push the boss's health down, that's when more enemies will spawn. You start off with a group. And there'll be 3 spawns as we push the boss's health down to the first third. Now the boss's super can hit you from here if it comes right close to the front. If that happens, you can just move to the back and crouch down, or you can just put that pillar between you and the boss and the shields will go straight into it. So just kind of actually line of sight when he's starting to throw those, and you can put in some damage afterwards. So this is a very safe spot. You can see we've got another spawn of ads. It's not hugely important that we deal with the ads from back here. It'll just become more important with the Savathun spawn. The ads aren't infinite during Savathun as well, so having them under control can help for that section where you're trying to find some safe ground where you can't get shot by her. We can get the boss's health down a bit more, get through the next couple of spawns of ads. Alright, this should be the last spawn, so we can start taking care of them. So they're not alive when Savathun comes up. We will get some more ads anyway. It just helps keep things under control. Got a wizard on the right. Put some damage on the boss. All out of my range. Alright, now we're going to get the Savathun and some more ads. So the spear, it's going to be in the middle. Like I said, Savathun can hit you. You'd have to be very careful. Splash damage does a lot as well. As the Invis Hunter, I'm going to try and do my best to get the spears. They can take care of the ads, including the Unstoppable. I'm going to be trying to be the one to throw spears at Savathun. A few ads still around, it's kind of making it a bit dangerous. Don't want to go too far in. Alright. Be good now. They can sit at the back there, but as you see, Savathun can shoot them. So they just kind of have to dodge the shots or come down from there, one or the other. But it does make it handy for me if Savathun keeps shooting them. Makes it kind of easy for me to do my job. As you can see, she gets very close. Kind of makes it hard to pick up the spear, so that's why having an Invis Hunter do this helps a lot. I think I led her away. We're going over that side. Alright, when we kill the Savathun, we can do the same thing that we did before and go to the back and damage the boss again. The safe spot. The really sketchy part is going to be the second spawns of Savathuns, the two. They both pinch you from each side, making it really hard to find safe ground. We'll try and show a spot that hopefully ends up being safe. At least take out one of them. There we go. Savathun dead. And go back here. Start damaging the boss, taking out the ads. Again with the super, want to make sure you're line of sighting him a bit. Make sure his shield throws can't hit you. Because they will hit off you and hit your allies as well. So it could very easily get a triple kill if you're not careful. This is where linears or other heavies could come in handy to do better damage to the boss, but I find, especially for these types of GMs that are very ad dense, having machine guns is just better to take care of all the ads compared with melting the boss. You can always damage the boss slowly like this, as long as you're not in a rush. And things like Polaris Lance have very good damage for this season with the free radiant on precision hits that you can get. That should be it for wizard spawns. Gonna get the boss's health down. Now the best place to kind of stand during the next part, the warlocks can either wait back here, or if they do that, you're gonna have to be very careful again from being sprayed by the Savathuns. We're gonna have a bunch of ads as well, so the other spot is here. Down here you can use this as cover. The one on the right, it's kind of harder for it to get an angle on you. There is an unstop again in the middle though that our warlocks are going to take care of. But I'm going to go over here. So here, the one on the right shouldn't be able to shoot me. The main issue is the ads walking forward, so as long as the ads are kind of under control, it makes it a bit safer. What I'm going to do is go invis, and hop up, grab a spear, drop down. Now you can throw through this gap and try and hit the Savathun in the back. The spear curves a lot, as you can see. I can kind of throw it here. Not even being able to see the Savathun, but spear will curve around the corner and do the job. Now I can just keep grabbing spears. Now the warlocks have to be careful though, because you can see Savathun's pushed up quite a lot. I might go get boss's res to help reops. Got the ads under control though, so there's kind of less danger from any of them shooting. I just need to get the spear. They're kind of distracting the Savathun for me anyway. And just try and find the angle that gets the hits. Okay. Nearly got to half. So this is kind of the safest spot I've found. Otherwise the Savathuns can easily see you. And killing the left one first makes it easier to kill the right one, because then the whole left side will be safe to kill the right one from. The only issue here is she's hiding behind that box. Go. Oh. I went too far forward. They should be able to go and get me though, as long as they hide a bit further back than what I was. Luckily they've got all the ads under control. But you can go all the way behind here as well. I didn't need to be as close as I was. I was kind of playing a bit more dangerous, trying to get a better angle and see better. But yeah, being even further back taught me that lesson. Also, I should always make sure I'm going invis when I jump up, so it doesn't see me. There we go. I'm gonna go for a higher arc now that goes behind the box. The tracking on these spears are kind of nuts. They don't even need to perfectly aim them. Alright. Oh, there she's dead. Now that makes the left side a lot safer. Obviously if you still have ads up, you have to be careful of the ads, but now the whole team, if you just be careful and come over here, grab spears and throw it at the right one. I find that's the best way to deal with this room, because it could very easily turn into pain with those Savathuns. Now you have to watch out, she is shooting at us. Don't want to all be standing in the same spot and die. So make sure you do pay attention to if she starts shooting or not. Alright, once she's dead, again, you can just go back to the safe spot and finish off the GM. Boss does like to go to the right side, I noticed before. Usually you can come over here. We don't have to worry too much about the ads as well, because they can't hit us. And we just need to kill the boss. Now the only thing you have to be mindful of is when you kill the boss, don't forget you have to finish the ghost. So again, as an invis hunter, I can run forward a bit early before it dies. Make sure that we get the finisher off. And with the ads under control, we could decide to move forward and get a better angle if we wanted to. But you will get some more ads before the end. You just have to be careful of that. We've just got some more ad spawn now. Alright, it's nearly dead, so I'm going to go forward. There we go. Ghost finish. And GM done. Like I said, the most dangerous part is the two Savathuns, so playing safe like I did, hiding behind the area on the right, it should help you get your clears. And don't forget, I have guides for all the GMs up on YouTube, so if you want help with any of them, check them out. I do GM help as well on my Twitch stream, so check us out if you need help completing the GM yourself. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more. Special thanks to our channel members City, Burnt Toast, GD Finn, Hob, Badger, Jakey and Reops for their continued support.